If your content isn't landing, you're not alone. You're probably doing a lot of things right. Posting, showing up, even being somewhat consistent. But it still feels like you're spinning your wheels. It looks good on the surface, but it's not moving the needle. No real traction, no real engagement, and definitely not the kind of growth you were expecting. The problem isn't you, and it's not your effort. It's the strategy behind it, or lack thereof. This episode breaks down the 5 reasons your content strategy might be falling flat, and how building around a video podcast gives you structure, leverage, and clarity that no social trend or one-off post ever will. And if you're curious what this could look like for your brand, head over to bcjr.com for more content. All right, let's kick this off with reason number 1. Your content doesn't have a clear core message. You're posting content, but there's no through line. Your audience can't tell what you stand for, what you solve, or why they should even care. A video podcast forces you to define your voice and your values. Every episode becomes a stake in the ground, a signal to the right people. Instead of blending in, you start building authority around something specific. Content without clarity just creates noise. Your podcast becomes the filter that brings everything into alignment. Messaging matters, but it only works when it's aimed at the right people. Reason number 2, you're creating for the platforms instead of people. This is a trap a lot of creators fall into. You're making content to please the algorithm instead of serving your ideal client. Podcasting flips that. Instead of thinking, what's trending today? You start asking, what does my audience actually need to hear? How can I educate them? How can I be a resource and solve their problems? A video podcast gives you permission to go deep. You stop chasing attention and you start building trust. Because real strategy isn't about reach, it's about relevance. And of course, even with the best intentions, you'll fall flat without consistent follow-through. Reason number 3, you're inconsistent with execution. Most people post when they feel inspired, or when business is slow, or when they remember to. But real momentum comes from rhythm. When you commit to a weekly video podcast, you remove the guesswork. It becomes your anchor, your cadence, your content engine. No more staring at your phone wondering what to post. You already have the source material. You just have to plug it into your system. And when you publish with consistency, people start paying attention with consistency. So you're becoming consistent. Great. Now let's talk about getting more return from what you're already doing. This brings us to number 4. You're not maximizing what you create. You're spending all this time creating content. And then what? You post it once and move on? That's a waste. A podcast episode isn't just a show. It's a repurposable asset. One 8 to 15 minute episode can become multiple short form videos, memes, blog content, email copy, sales tools, and so much more. You're not just publishing, you're multiplying. This is how you stay visible and strategic without burning out. At the end of the day, great content is wasted without authority. And finally, reason number 5, you're not positioning yourself as the expert. Tips and tricks don't build trust. What builds trust is depth, clarity, context, and confidence. Seeing how someone talks, not just what they say. A video podcast lets people get to know how you think. It creates familiarity, and familiarity builds authority. You stop just being another voice in the feed. You become the one people go to when they need help. So if you're nodding your head right now, the next move is on you. Because awareness without action changes nothing. You can keep guessing what to post and hoping something sticks, or you can build a real system around your message. A video podcast doesn't just solve the content problem, it solves the consistency, clarity, and conversion problems too. I hope you found this valuable because I'm here to help you build something meaningful, something that actually drives results. And if any of this hit home and you're ready to build a real content strategy around your brand, not just posting for the sake of posting, then shoot me a message on Instagram @BillCorcoranJr. or drop me a line at bcjr.com. I always appreciate you locking in on these conversations. If you found this episode useful, share it with someone else who needs to hear it. That's how this thing grows. I'm putting out episodes every week stacked with the same level of actionable advice about content creation, personal branding, and podcasting. For the day-to-day updates and raw takes, connect with me on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn at Bill Corcoran Jr. And if you want to see how it all ties together, head over to billcorcoranjr.com.